With two guys who don't know a thing about anime. This is Anime for Amateurs.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special holiday episode of Anime for Amateurs.
Happy holidays, y'all. We are here back at it again. Joshua and Spencer, your favorite anime amateurs.
That's right. We don't know anything about anime, but that doesn't stop us from having a lot of opinions about it. I think we're about 5 or 6 episodes in. If you guys haven't seen the other episodes, I definitely encourage you to check them out. Normally what we do is we go down our list of top 10 anime for amateurs available at theholygoof.com, and we watch the first episode of each of those shows, and then we have a whole rating system. We break down the whole rating, and we give you our thoughts on it as first-time viewers. But today, what we're doing is something a little different. Due to it being the Christmas season, there's tons of Christmas specials from the shows that we've seen. I know the Sword Art Online Christmas episode is very highly rated, but we decided to do something a little different and check out Sailor Moon the movie Hearts on Ice, which I'm pretty damn excited about.
Yeah, very excited. I mean, you can't have Christmas or the holidays without Christmas specials for different shows, and the Holy Goof is the same. We're doing a Christmas special of Anime for Amateurs.
That's right.
And like Josh said, we're getting into a age-old favorite, or an anime favorite, a very popular one, Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon S.
That's right. Now, Sailor Moon.
This is one of those that I remember as a kid.
Yeah.
Every morning, right before school, we all know this. It's on Toonami Rising. It's on Cartoon Network. I remember it just being one of the first things that I saw in the morning, or eating breakfast, getting ready for school. Sailor Moon, always on for some reason.
That's right.
But yeah, excited for it.
Yeah, me too. Now I didn't know that there even was a Sailor Moon movie. Apparently, there's a couple of them. But
Me neither.
Sailor Moon was originally started in the early 90s, either 91 or 92. It was a manga written and illustrated by a Japanese artist called Naoko Tekiachi. She created the series. Some people say as a response to Power Rangers, but that's not confirmed. But as far as I understand it, Sailor Moon has a similar bent. You have a team of transforming heroes. They're Japanese schoolgirls. They're feminist icons. They have a badass cat named Luna. They harness the powers of the moon to defeat evil and protect the Earth galaxy. I think.
Something like that. Yeah, I mean, I think there's like Sailor Moon, who goes by Serena, learns her legendary power, I think, from the moon to become the warrior Sailor Moon. But her name is Serena, and then eventually, I guess there's other people or friends that harness power from different planets, because there's Sailor Venus.
Oh, okay.
I think Sailor Jupiter. Again, anime for amateurs, but I believe that's true. Harnessing the powers of the galaxy to protect Earth and the universe and whatnot.
That's right. I'm excited. I feel very Christmassy, even though we're filming this a little early. I got my candle. I got some cookies standing by. I got my knit cap on. I got my ice powers.
Skittles.
We got it all.
From Skittles from Santa's stocking. We're ready to go.
Yeah, nice. All right, man. Well, what do you say we jingle all the way into this? I can't go through with that. That was horrible. I can't finish that. That was so bad.
No, I love that.
That was so bad. What do you say we hop on Santa's sleigh and head on off to Christmas town? Oh, God.
'Tis the season, anime fans. Let us jingle all the way into this episode of Sailor Moon S.
All right, let's get into it.
This is the part where the guys sit back and watch an anime, but we're gonna skip because of copyright law.
All right, Josh, here we are back after Sailor Moon S Hearts on Ice. What a interesting watch. That was an hour long, more than we usually watch for Anime for Amateurs, of course, because we're doing holiday special. As Josh mentioned before, on Anime for Amateurs, what we usually do is run down a list of animation, plot, watchability, and characters. But we're adding something else at the end of that. We're going to go to holiday vibes, kind of like what kind of
Oh,
vibes
yeah.
it's giving us for the holiday season. We're gonna add that to that, and just
like that.
rank our opinions on that as well, including the other categories I just mentioned. So Josh, you want to start it off for us with plot or animation?
So yeah, animation. I mean, I love this. They did some really cool stuff with depth blur, where like if a character was closer to the screen, the person behind them, normally how your eyes register that is the thing that's closer to you. If you're focused out farther, is going to be a little blurrier. And they did a good job of using that to their advantage to kind of give depth to the scenes and everything. Um, so yeah, I thought this was cool. I think personally, I think this time period, at least of the animes I've seen, this is kind of the pinnacle of animation for me. You can do some cooler stuff nowadays with 3D stuff and a lot more with CGI than you could do with the hand drawn stuff back in the day. But there's something about it that just like it just gets me.
Yeah.
That one nailed it for me. I'm animation 5 out of 5, easy, easy, easy.
Oh, 5 out of 5. Short and sweet. I also like the animation. It's nostalgic for me because it brings back Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z. It all feels like the same, in the same vein, just the way it's drawn. Also, they cut through all of these like it's almost like side evolutionary or evolution based like transformations. And also when they attack too, it's like they do in Pokemon, like Squirtle, I guess bubble attack or whatever it is. They do all these like long formed attack montages almost. That it sucks up a lot of time. I would like to see how much time those transformations took out of the
Yeah.
whole watching experience.
Yeah. It
Because
was most of the show.
most of it was like, I'm
Yeah.
transforming now, watch me, or I'm about to perform a move now, watch me, with these long pauses. But I liked it. I mean, I'm into that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5, just because.
4 out of 5?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
But vintage
Cool.
old school anime.
Okay, so Spence, talk to me about plot. What are your thoughts on the plot?
Okay, the plot. I feel like that we can sum up plot based on this movie. We're not doing like Sailor Moon itself as a plot. We're doing just the
Okay.
plot of this movie, right? Because
Yeah,
that's a
that seems
whole
fair.
that's a whole new thing to talk about the plot of Sailor Moon itself. So we're discussing just the plot of this movie. Badass Ice Queen wants to take over the Earth, and the protectors of the galaxy have to stop her.
Mm-hmm.
Basic. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to dive much deeper into that. There are also subplots or one other subplot. But no, it was honestly, I didn't. It was so basic, and a lot of it was. I still don't really know what's going on or what happened in this. I kind of have an idea, but it was just like there was like one sentence of explanation about like why this is happening, and it should have been simple, but I'm still like I don't get it. So I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 2 just because it wasn't in depth. I wasn't very involved in it. I was watching for the fights.
I actually totally agree with you. For all the same reasons. First of all, it's a little unfair because there's a lot of stuff I'm lost on because I haven't seen this show.
Yeah, that's
So
probably what it
I-
was for
I
me
don't-
too.
I don't know a lot of the backstory, but like you said, just based off of this alone, it was pretty basic. I mean, yeah, you broke it down perfectly. I don't think you're supposed to care too much about the plot of this. I think it is based on setting up these really cool transforming
Yeah.
sequences and the fight sequences.
Mm-hmm.
And everything else is just kind of built to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll give it a 3 out of 5. But I totally agree with you for the most part. Okay, so let's move into characters then. I'd love to hear what you thought about the characters.
I don't know. It reminds me of almost like the Powerpuff Girls, which is probably a slight ripoff of this, so it's in the same vein. I like the different powers that each character has according to their planet, like Venus and Neptune and Jupiter. That's always been intriguing to me with how they can separate the different powers up. As far as personality traits with them, I don't, that's not what I was really looking for. I just like the different powers. So I'm going to include those into character. And then the side characters, particularly the ones that were introduced for this particular story, could have gone without them. I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay, cool.
because I like the characters. I like the premise of the story.
Yeah.
And their different character traits. Oh, and Tuxedo Mask is the best too. So
Yeah.
giving it for
Yeah, I don't understand him at all. Yeah, I'm gonna I totally agree with you. This is season 3, or accompanies season 3 of this show, so there's been a lot of character development up to this point that we didn't see.
Oh yeah, there's
but,
probably so much more. There are people in relationships,
right,
that we don't know.
We don't know, right? But you can see that they've established some really strong characters, and the fact that each one of them has their own kind of theme. They have their own aesthetic. They have their own powers they use. They have a whole library of powers that each one will use.
Oh yeah.
So I could totally see that a big part of probably why people like this show is getting to know the intricacies of that. So yeah, all that being said, I think I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to give the characters a 4 out of 5 also. Okay, so let's go right into watchability then, Spence. What is your likelihood of watching more Sailor Moon?
Likelihood is really good, really good. For all the reasons why that we mentioned previously. I want to get to know these characters a little bit better. I want to know what they're about. How did they all meet? Where did they come from? I feel like they did a lot in the 2 seasons before this, which is supposed to be season 3 of this show. So yeah, I'm gonna give this a 5. I really do. I like what I saw here.
Honestly, I'm not even gonna complicate it. I agree with exactly what you said. They did a really good job with the characters, and it makes you want to see more to see what these characters are all about, and also to see them use those powers again and try to figure out this little world they created. All right, so now we have our bonus points, and because this was a holiday episode, we are going to give it some bonus holiday spirit points. So,
yes.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the holiday vibes in this?
I mean, I think we're both going to the same place. I mean,
yeah.
Tuxedo Mask. Tuxedo Mask.
Tuxedo Mask.
Just drops in. Tuxedo Mask right here. Comes in and just gives us all the holiday vibes all at once. First of all, he comes in as Santa Claus with the reindeer over the city, following his signature rose throw that he's known for. Comes in with as Santa Claus, rips it off. Oh, here's Tuxedo Mask. And then at one point he throws a dreidel at an ice villain.
Yeah.
And then that was it. That was all the Christmas we got from that. But aside from saying that they were on winter break, that was the holiday cheer in that movie. So yeah. I'm gonna give it a I mean, that interest was so solid. So I can't go too low on it. It was so solid. Even though it was the only thing in there, it was solid. So I'm gonna give it a 3. I'm gonna stay neutral.
Okay. All right. It was a hell of an entrance, but it was super lazy. Like they're like, this is I mean, I saw this written about as a Christmas movie, which is why we picked it for this. And Tuxedo Mask carried the holiday cheer. I mean, he literally showed up as Santa Claus, jumps out, goes L'Chaim. He might as well have just been like, Happy Kwanzaa, and then just like, you know what I mean? So it was a hell of an entrance, but like very lazy. They just slapped that in together and we're like, okay, we did it. We put our Christmas references. So I'm gonna give it a 1 on there.
Okay.
Great entrance, but very lazy.
I think they did it just so they can call it a Christmas movie and put it in that category, so that it probably get more views. I think that's why they did it.
All right, so I'm tallying up the scores here, and it looks like if I add everything together, let's see, we got animation came in at a total score of 4.5. We got plot came in at a total score of 2.5. Characters came in at a total score of 4. Watchability came in at a total score of 5, which brings it to 16 out of 20, right there at the top of the list. And then if we add in those bonus Christmas points, it brings us to a total of 18 out of 20 points for Sailor Moon. And I say well deserved. It's a classic. It's the pinnacle of anime. I mean, none of the other animes that we've watched would have existed without this show. So, I mean, now, does this deserve to sit in the rank with everybody else? Should we be comparing everybody else to this one? I don't think so necessarily. I think this stands alone, but I think it well deserves 18 out of 20.
Yes, this is just a well-deserved Sailor Moon legacy show. Yes, aside from a little bit of the cheesy romance in this, which is not that wasn't for us, wasn't guided for us. This was great. It was very enjoyable. So yeah, totally. Well deserved Sailor Moon.
Yeah, awesome. All right, buddy. Well, this was fun. It was fun to do a little bit of a switch up here.
Holiday cheer, baby.
Holiday cheer. We're going to be returning to our regular scheduled programming next time with Your Lie in April. Very excited about that. We have plenty of more holiday content over at theholygoof.com, so go ahead and check that out. We got videos, we got lists, we got the whole damn thing. Check out Brett's Clicks.
Yes.
Check out Zach's record review. Don't forget to sign up on our mailing list. You might be able to get a free sticker out of it. Who knows? But in the meantime, happy holidays. This has been Anime for Amateurs.
Happy holidays, everyone. See you next time.